Hello and welcome. I am the connector, Tracy G. I am here to help you raise your frequency to a happier, healthier life. And today we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of people don't even really think about. Do you control your emotions, or do your emotions control you? Now, having a healthy relationship with your emotional body, you have a physical body, you have a mental body, and then you have an emotional body, and then you have your spiritual body. Okay, so all of those have to work together in harmony to be a healthy person. So the yin and yang of emotions, let's talk about that first. So yin and yang, or it's actually yin and yang. Negative emotions are more or less controlled by the ego, or pain body, or a victim mentality. So whenever you are thinking about, if you're sad, depressed, you're trying to think about the positive, but you can only think about the negative, that is your ego or your pain body that's in control. How can you tell? Okay, so if every time you try to think of a positive thing, something happens and it pulls you back into a negative thought. Okay, that is your pain body trying to control you and doesn't want you to shift upwards into those higher frequencies, because it can't control you then. It can't keep you um, at its beck and call. You can't, a pain body loves to be miserable. It's that little bit in all of us that loves to be miserable. So you need to realize, first of all, you are not your pain body. And victim mentality is part of the pain body experience. I know a lot of horrible things happen to people, okay? And it's okay to lick your wounds and feel those emotions. Feel them. Feel them. They are going to teach you something. They're going to teach you how to be a stronger person. They're going to help you become more independent. They're going to make you a warrior for other people so that that doesn't happen to others, okay? That is the process of the positive, the healthy relationship with negative things that happen to us. They make us stronger. You can't grow unless you have some resistance. So think of it that way. Things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. And I know there's some awful things out in the world. You don't deserve them, but you can move past them and you can make them into something positive. Okay? So positive emotions are actually controlled by your spirit, your higher self. And when you feel joy, love, contentment, that was a word I had always heard and knew what it was, but I didn't actually know what it was until like in the last couple of years, since I've become an energy worker and meditated more often and started teaching how to get into these higher frequencies. Oh my gosh, I tell you what, content is amazing. And if you can control your emotions and make yourself feel more, ego does not like you to feel positive emotions. So us women, we usually have the problem of our emotions being we feel them too strongly, right? But it's usually those negative emotions that we're feeling, right? And that's still ego, ladies. That's still your ego trying to control you, saying you can be happy when this happens, or saying when this is done, then I can be happy. That's also a martyr type of an attitude. Please don't do that. You need to take care of yourself right now. Don't put it off till next week. Don't put it off and someday. No, you need to set it up in your schedule and do it now. You are too important. You are too loved by your loved ones, your friends, your relatives, God. The universe loves you. And when you are putting off taking care of yourself and putting off feeling joy, contentment, happiness, that is your ego doing that to you, because it wants to feel in control of you, okay? And it can only control you if you're miserable, to keep going after that carrot that's actually dangling here that you can never get to. Okay, that is the ego dangling that carrot. You need to actually grab that carrot and eat it right now, okay? So hopefully, after you watch this, sit down with yourself and your emotional body and ask yourself, what do I need? What would make me happy? Me playing my guitar, taking some time to play my guitar or listen to some music, go out in nature and relax, play with my dog, call my kids, find something that, and if you're in that negative emotional mode, have a list of things that make you happy and pick one and do it right now, right? That will shift you out of your ego, out of your pain body, out of your victim mentality or martyr situation, and help you to raise in frequency and enjoy your life more. Get out of that monkey mind. The monkey mind is a horrible thing. And you need to make sure that you're dealing with that too. But okay, so we talked about some habits that, I want to talk to you about some habits that can help you to focus on the good instead of the bad. For example, let's say you're out in traffic and someone cuts you off, right? Or you're stuck in traffic and you can just feel yourself getting angry and angry and angrier, right? Okay, so in that moment, in your mind, take a deep breath. Realize that your ego was the one that got mad at that guy cutting you off, right? And it's your ego that wants to respond. So, or if you are stuck in traffic and you can't control it, you can't make things move faster, right? So you're feeling frustrated and anxiety, okay? Those are the things that the ego wants you to feel: frustration, anxiety, depression, because that is how it controls you, okay? So in that scenario, you're sitting in traffic, put on your favorite CD. Have a CD that's just for when you're stuck in traffic, and make a little grateful list. See the silver lining in everything. This is a main goal, to stop those negative emotions and making them into positive ones. When something bad happens, see the silver lining in it. For example, sitting in traffic. Okay, at least you have a car, right? You're not using public transportation. Things like that. You need to make yourself think of how you are lucky in that situation. My mom always says, well, at least we're not living in Iraq. Okay? So you got to have a sense of humor when it comes to your negative mind, because if you don't, just having a sense of humor in itself is going to be a positive thing. Okay? So the opposite problem some people might have, with having a healthy relationship with your emotions, is opposite problem that men have, that they are not connected to their emotions at all. So they say that women are too connected, men aren't connected at all a lot of times. Okay, and that is because a lot of men are ego-based. It's all about me and mine and my, and what I want and what I need. And if you get in the way of my family or my happiness and what things that I want, if I don't want it, then it doesn't matter. Okay, ladies, if you ever went to your husband and said, hey, I really want this, and he's like, no, we don't need that, oh, we can't afford it, think about it. Is it something that he wants? 9 times out of 10, no. It's something that you want, but you guys don't actually both want it. So then now he's going to say no. Ego. That's all ego, because he's not empathizing with you. He's not empathizing with what you want. So, and hopefully I don't cause any divorces here. No, I want to help you with your relationship. So if you're, and women can be that way too. We can be very selfish. So empathize, learn how to empathize with others. Ego doesn't like positive emotions. It makes it feel weak. It'll say things like, oh, you're being a girl, or, oh, you're so gay. Okay, so those things are, number one, not allowed anymore in this society. Number two, girls are wonderful people. We actually have emotions. Emotions can be very powerful things to use to help others. Because if you're not using your emotions, you're not connecting to others. You're not feeling empathy. And in the short, small scale, It can cause some negative things like, yeah, like you're never uh, thinking of your spouse and what they want or what their needs are, or trying to make them happy even in bed. You're just thinking about yourself. So if you have a disconnect in your relationship in the bedroom, it is probably because they're in their ego and they are not feeling you. Okay, so you can talk about that with your significant other. Like getting them to talk about, how does that feel? Like rub their arm. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Now do that to me. I'll tell you where I like to. So getting in touch, mind, body, spirit, emotional body is very important for a healthy relationship. Um, Another tip, okay, so small scale, I said, is not paying attention to what others want and need and just thinking about what you want, and getting gifts that you want instead of the person you're buying it for, right? Okay, so that's a small scale problem. The big and the larger scale problem of a ego-based person that is not connected to their emotional body is a serial killer, okay? Or a narcissist who will constantly disappoint you and make you sad because they don't care how you're feeling. It's all about them. It's all about me and how I am. And oh, you have feelings over there? They're totally clueless. So yes, so this is something we all need to work on. And if you know a narcissist, have them watch this. They probably will hate me, but you know what? We might wake them up too. I am always hopeful that these videos will actually get to the people who need it the most. Uh, Quick little test you can ask the person who you think is a narcissist. See if they can look you in the eye and say, I'm sorry. They can't. They will never say they're sorry. They cannot be wrong. They can't say, oh yeah, you're right. Or, you know what, you were right on that one. Good job. No, they can't do that because it's all about them and they can never be wrong. So that's a quick little to see if you got a narcissist. Okay, so, and they might not be a full-blown narcissist, okay? They might just have a very strong ego, but it's all ego. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, so to feel more connected, like I was talking, touch, like actual physical touch, play with their hair. My mom used to rub my eyebrows before I went to sleep. That felt really good and it helped me to relax and calm myself and I felt really connected to her. And try not to take things too seriously, okay, people? Emotions are emotions. Don't judge yourself on your emotions, and just make a conscious effort to be more connected to it. So the next thing I'm going to ask you about, or actually, no, I'm not going to ask you. We're getting kind of close to 15 minutes, so I'm just going to shorten this up. Okay, so subconscious mind runs most of our life experience. Okay, so to change your subconscious mind, you're going to need to do two things: feel your emotions and repetition. Feel your emotions, repeat. Feel your emotions, repeat. Okay, whatever we focus on, we feel. So changing our focus in turn will change our emotions. Okay, so whatever we're focusing on, that's what you're going to be feeling. So if you're in your monkey mind and letting your pain body run you, you're going to be focusing on those negative thoughts. And negative brings negative, positive brings positive. Like attracts like. That is just true. Okay? So make sure you're paying attention to what you're focusing on. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, you know what I mean. If you do it consistently and change, so whatever we focus on, we feel. So changing our focus changes our emotion. If you do this consistently, you will start to rewire your mind. Let me say that again. Whatever we focus on, we feel. So changing our focus will change our emotion and how we're feeling. So if you do this consistently, you will start to rewire your mind from a negative mindset to a positive one. Let it, you can, and don't be mad at yourself for feeling something negative, but then say, okay, I let you have that one, pain body, but now I'm gonna see the silver lining in this situation and pick something out, or make a gratitude list and start naming off things you're grateful for. So I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to, you can subscribe below, and I will try to make the next one a little bit shorter, but I am so glad that you are here and that you made it through the whole video. Holy cow! That shows me you're not in your pain body or your ego, or you're not in a victim mentality, and I'm so proud of you. Okay, have a great day.